Hi, it's your girl Braided, and today I wanted to do a video on one tip to improve your knotless install. I did a video before on it, and a couple of people inboxed me to tell me they couldn't see the difference. So this is really a remake of that video, and hopefully I'm going to do a better job. What I'm using for this install is going to be yarn, because yarn I think demonstrates the flow a lot better than hair does. So here goes. What I'm going to be doing first is the traditional knotless. So I've inserted the latch hook. I place the yarn in, I pull it through. I bring back one piece of yarn. I like holding down the front piece and then pulling it down. Now when I move this piece back, I don't know if you can tell, but right here that piece still shows. If you're using regular hair, it will conceal that knot better, but the flaw is still there. So I'm going to show you how to fix that, and that one tip alone will improve what your knotless looks like. So I'm reinserting my latch hook, pulling it through. See what, before I pull it through, see how it looks? I'm turning this to the side so the legs are parallel. I pull it through, remove my latch hook, double loop my yarn, always holding on my front piece, tighten it a little bit more. Do you see that? The yarn is in line with the other legs, so the knot is concealed better. One, the knot shows slightly, the other one it doesn't, and that would improve your knotless. I also did a video that shows the difference between the knotless and the invisible knot. The knotless is the big sister of the invisible knot, because I came up with the invisible knot after. For beginners, the knotless technique is better, but your goal should be to get to the point where you can do the invisible knot crochet weave technique. At the back of this video is a video that showcases what I did with the hair. I just added it on. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Bye bye. Hi, it's your girl Braided, and I'm here today with a tip for one simple step of something you can do to improve what your knotless crochet install looks like. So I'm going to reposition my camera downwards, and hopefully you'll continue to hear what I have to say. Okay, so this is my mannequin head. I'm going to be using some colored hair just because it's so much easier to teach with. Okay, so you push your latch hook there, feed in the hair, you pull it in. And so normally with the knotless, right, this is the halfway point. You pull one through and you double loop it, right? You pull that. Yeah, it bunches up a little bit, but you see that? When you pull that down, do you see that you can see a little bit? I don't know if you can tell, but the hair doesn't lie and cover that fully. I'm using that really cheap Canicolon hair just because I'm using it for a tutorial, but I don't know if you can see that, but the concealment is not as good. In another video I talked about when your crochet is installed, it looking like it comes through the cornrow versus coming out the scalp. This right here is a perfect example. So I'm going to go ahead and do the knotless, but I'm going to show you a simple trick of how you can turn your latch hook and get a different result, where you don't see it really well with this hair, but at my hands-on classes I usually show it with yarn. And when I do it with yarn, you can see as clear as day how different it looks, and also probably because it's in person, but using this hair it doesn't show it as bad. And if it shows up really bad with yarn, then with hair there may be more concealment, but the flows are still there. So this is the next the knotless install. This hair, like I said, is not good hair. It's the cheap 99-cent Canicolon hair, and so the hair feels more like plastic than it does real hair, but the point is still made. So I put my hair in, pull it all the way down, and instead of keeping the hair flat like this, I'm going to turn it to the side, right? Turn it to the side so it's now sideways versus face upward, sideways. So this is side is directly below versus like this. It's like directly below. You take your knotless, sorry, you take your first half, pull it through the loop while holding on to this one. Put it on like this. You pull it down. Because the hair is parallel to each other, the way it falls, it naturally conceals it. Whereas this one, because the loop is on one side, if you look at it, you'll see this. The hair falls, and the loop on one side is here, and then the other hair is here. But because this is parallel to each other, it falls more naturally. Alright, so I'll be back next week with another video showing a side-by-side difference between the invisible knot technique and the knotless technique. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.